Good afternoon.
Yep, it's a great honor to have Heidi here. She's currently work with NIH, and her area expertise in the microbiome. I think I already now talk to you, but microbiome for most of people, it's actually really old science, right? And I think most of people probably take probiotics a lot. You know, we drink a lot of probiotic drinks and we take pills, but everybody knows it's just good for your guts. They really don't know what's going on. You know, I just take it for my health or benefit. But I think, you know, probably where you describe a little bit of what microbiome is in a very general sense for the general public. But I probably would like you, because your application for the microbiome is beyond guts.
Right.
So it's more than skin deep. Yeah,
Yes.
as you described. It's, I might put it wrong, but it's more for the application for the. It's called a thermal application.
Topical
Probably not
application.
yeah.
Yes.
So why don't you
Sure.
just say a little bit about microbiome in general and what your expertise area is?
Right.
Okay.
So the microbiome, one might ask, what is the microbiome? And often we think of it being that there are bacteria, fungi, and viruses in and on our body.
Right.
And so what the microbiome is using sequencing technologies. People have used sequencing technologies to find genetic mutations in patients, but this is where we're using sequencing to look at all of the microbes in and on the body. My focus is looking at the microbes on the skin. And so that is one of the interests that we have, is understanding what bacteria, fungi, and viruses are doing on our body. Many people are interested in the gut. So there's discussion and a lot of products out there using probiotics.
Right.
And so what we are doing is looking at skin, because what we've and others have shown is that the microbes on the skin are very different than what's in the gut, and it's different from the mouth and other body sites. So it's important to understand what each of the different sites are doing, because it may help us understand what makes somebody healthy, or it may help us understand why somebody is sick. And so that's what we have been doing, is looking at patients and healthy people to understand what are the microbes on their skin. And what we've seen is the microbes in different parts of the skin are also very different. And so that my forehead and your forehead skin may actually be more similar than my forehead than my hand.
Oh, okay.
So it's very dependent on where you are on the body. So there is a lot of interest in understanding what that means, and is it possible to use this information to help people be healthy. But there's a lot of research that still needs to be done, and so we still don't know exactly what all of these microbes are doing, because they may be helpful, but some of them may be harmful. We don't know.
Right, yeah. Yeah, talking about something harmful, you know, it's just like any therapeutic is, of course, we want it works, but before that, it has to be safe.
Right.
So for the microbiome, I don't know, to a layman like me, I probably say, well, gee, I have all these bacteria, fungi on it. I'm pretty sure probably most of them are good. No, I don't know, you know, but if you get the bacteria, fungi, it's not supposed to be there. That probably start to cause you a problem. So everybody experience some skin disease. You get Hong Kong fur or whatever. That's probably all. And for the application, I know you are at NIH. You're probably talking about the final application would be the more towards the disease therapeutic. But actually, a lot of people ask me about microbiome. I don't know a whole lot about microbiome, but all they think about skin. A lot of cosmetic industry come in and say, well, gee, I think looks like we can make some quick money really quick. Do you have any comment on this? Or?
So the challenge with microbes is that often microbes can change, grow,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
mutate.
Mhm.
And so we don't know right now whether, even if I were to take a sample from a healthy person,
Right.
it's possible that some of them may be harmful,
Mhm.
but that your other bacteria are controlling them.
Mhm.
So it can be potentially dangerous to take a microbe and grow it and just put it in a cream, because especially if we don't know what it's doing.
Right, yeah.
And so there have been, unfortunately, some bad outcomes from the fecal microbiota transplants because people are so enthusiastic about using microbiome to treat disease that they've actually, when they've given fecal transplants to people,
Exactly, yeah.
they have actually given them a bad bacteria that caused them to die.
Right.
So I am very cautious about this, and so while there may be applications, at this point there is no scientific data to prove that something is completely beneficial for everybody.
Yeah, but
It's exciting.
A new technology is actually not new. It's
Right,
old.
it's old.
It's an old natural phenomena, but now people are looking into it, so there's a lot of new technology add into it. And when you have one or two successful cases, it become a really big news. So everybody is going after it. So I think that's probably, for the safety, that's probably one of the bigger issues. Before you treat somebody, you don't want to kill them.
Right.
Yeah, and I know it seems to me is everybody has those microbiome on your body. Could be bacteria, fungi, whatever. And like you say, they have different type of microbe at a different part. And I think the other thing is, like I say, it's really not a clear thing. Say, well, this is a good microbe, it should be there. This is bad, it should be there. When you add on something, say for example, put in your facial cream or whatever, I think it's about, when you put on it, it's not good and bad. It's probably how they interact. I mean, the interaction, the metabolites they generate could be a big issue as well.
Absolutely. And so there's a lot of study that still needs to be done. And I think you bring up a good point that in our studies, we have seen that each person's microbiome is different.
It's different.
And so the question is, if you have a cream, is it going to treat everybody the same?
Right.
And we don't know that. And so it's often we do studies, but it's not in necessarily huge numbers of people. And so that is important to understand. What is it going to do to each person? And that's hard to study. So, but it is important to understand and to be careful and safe about how these are studied.
Yep. I totally agree. Okay, the other question is, it's our honor to have you here, because I know when I work with you, your schedule, the government issue is really hard to get you here. And I think this is the first time you joined a biotech event in Taiwan?
Yes, this is my first event to participate in.
Okay.
In Asia-Taiwan.
Yeah, how it compared to other activity going on in Asia? Because I also want to know how we are doing.
So I have not participated in a lot of biotech conferences. So I usually stick to the very heavy scientific conference.
Okay.
So this is a new experience for me as well.
Good. So you're more, your interest is probably more towards application and so what
research,
really do good to the well, that's what the industry is for. How to work with academia, and Taiwan Bio is a trade association, so that's what we do. We try to make a bridge between academia, research, and the industrial application. So
yes, so that's very important.
Right. So, hope you enjoy your stay here, and we will have more future collaboration opportunity in the future.
Sounds great. Thank you very much for the invitation.
All right, thank you.